Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a big week of little things. We have the electricians coming back in to finish up their part. We have the tile coming in. That's going to be all complete on the bathroom and get that done. Hopefully we have some time to put on the stone on the interior, the stone veneer, and maybe even have time after that we can get the wood stove put in. But we're just going to see what happens because there's a whole bunch of things that need to happen this week. But anyways, less talking, more walking. Let's go get to work. All right, so I came in, did my morning routine, which is take out the trash, take out the boxes, sweep all the floors, did that part. And while there's still no one here, I'm gonna try to get up there and finally do the trim around these three windows there. Gotta take that plastic off and then put the trim around there and do the caulking and then finally paint those ones. I've been trying to do that for a couple weeks now, but something keeps coming up. So while there's no one here, I have some time. I'm gonna go ahead and just get that knocked out, and I'll show you that in a minute when it's finally done. And a few minutes later, went up there with the ladder, got the trim done on all the windows around there, got it caulked, and the heater's up there, so that dried really quickly, so I was able to paint them. And those are pretty much done now. I'll just have to go up there again when I have the wall paint and kind of trim, do the paint around the edges there. But I still have to do the paint around those edges and around the baseboard and do some touch-up painting, so I'm going to kind of just leave that part for last. But that part is done, and also what is done is the electricians, they are done. Everything is working now. They put all the lights in, all the switches, the plugs, exterior lights, interior lights, everything is done. So really happy about that. They took off. I think the inspector should be coming maybe today to look at that work, and I'm sure it'll pass. Not a big deal there. One thing here, they had to cut a little hole in the bottom there to run that wire up to the top here for our microwave. I think that one got left out before when they're doing the wiring, but that's not a big deal. And this hole there, that's just going to be behind the oven, so that won't be too bad. I'll get that patched up today, and oven will go in front of it and won't even see it. So that is done. Going in here to the bathroom, have a little more of the tile done. So in here, let me do the wide angle for you. Wide angle. And this one, the tile is done on the back here. And on the front here for the shower. So this one is basically done. Just have to get some tile around there. That won't be too hard to do. And get everything grouted. And this one will just get a shower curtain. And this one will be done. Yeah, back here in the hallway, now that the electricians are done, so see there's a wire sticking out of there. That's for the doorbell dinger, the one that makes noise. And coming here to the utility room, still has some wire sticking out. This one's going to actually be for the internet, so that one can stay there. There'll be a shelf along here, connect to the internet and a little Wi-Fi router to that one and antenna. And this is for the doorbell, and they put those outlets there for the router. And I asked them if they would connect the doorbell transformer to the power there. But I guess in this area, people hate doorbells, and the electrician said in 20 years, he's only installed 4 doorbells. So he said they'd do it, but they didn't get it done. I guess other guys, they didn't know how to do doorbells because they've never done it either. So today, I'm going to go ahead and get this little hole cut out there, and I'll be installing the doorbell transformer so I can get everything connected and get that doorbell working. So let's go ahead and get started on that. All right, so I got all the stuff out for the doorbell. This is just the box. This has the little chimes in it. This one came with 2 buttons, and this is the one I have to get installed in the utility room. This is the transformer that takes the 120 volt power into this one and converts it into, I think, 16 volts, the low voltage, into here. And this will be the wire that will go to the dinger and then also to the switches. So when you push the button, it completes the circuit to here and then makes the chime in here. And really what I'm just putting this doorbell on for is just for power to the doorbell. So in case someone wants to put it on a video doorbell, or if not, then they'll just have a doorbell and have a light on it. But that doesn't look good. But anyways, for now, we can go into the utility room and get this one all connected. And I'll show you that process. And back in the utility room, we just cut that box out there. ran the wires in there and ran the wire for the doorbell in. So I'll be able to get the power from those upper 2 wires, and I'll connect it to that lower box there to get my power. So I have my transformer here, and there's this little ring that screws on the back there, and I have my plate cover. So I did cut this hole out there so the transformer can mount to the outside of this plate. I'll show you what I'm going to do to the outside in just a second. So let me put this together and mount it on the wall, and I'll show you the next part. So have the little transformer, mounted that onto the plate there, and I'll put the plate up there and connect it up there, and then this second little hole down on the bottom, I'll have the wire coming out, which will be the low voltage, and this one, it transfers the high voltage, the 120 volts, down to 16 volts for the doorbell. And the reason I'm not taking this transformer and just jamming it inside the box there and covering it up is because this transformer creates a lot of heat, and if I stick it into the box there, it could get hot and could start on fire. So have it on the outside here, and that way the air can go around it and it can dissipate heat, and it's not going to catch on fire, and it's going to last a lot longer. So you can get this wired up, screwed on, and go from there. And now I went ahead and got those doorbell wires wired up, and those wires there, they're open, but that's not a big deal because those now are just low voltage, so you can touch those. It's not going to shock you. Everything's all safe now, and the transformer is on the outside, so it has nice airflow going around it. It's not going to overheat. And I got the plate back on, that's covered up, and now I'll go back out here to the hallway where we have this wire here, and that one is going to be for the doorbell chime, and I'll get the button on the front. So I'm going to get this wired up, and I'll be back in a second. And back up here at the doorbell. So what I did is everything's pretty labeled well, so I have the wire coming from the transformer into there, and this one is a second wire that goes out front to the doorbell, and that doorbell wire comes back into this one, and then I just put a wire nut these two together, and it goes back to the transformer. And when you push the button, that completes the circuit and rings the little bells there, and we're all done. So just have to go outside and connect the button, and this one will be done. And come outside. Not gonna spend much time here because it's really windy, but doorbell, little dinger is up there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little light in there, so that's power. Everything's working. So that's done. Cross off the list. Now back inside for the next thing. So coming back inside, I think this is probably the next big project that we have to do. See here, no wood stove, so this is what we have to do. We put the floor in, we just covered everything up. Gonna be coming back here, and we have our lines here on the floor. This I'm gonna cut that out, and we'll put the hardy backer down on the floor there, so we can put a tile on top of that. So the wood stove will have a nice solid surface to sit on. And as I showed you before in one of the other videos, we had the lines going up the wall there, and that's just the border of the rock wall that we're gonna have going up behind this. So go ahead, cut this out, and get the hardy backer down so we can get the tile, and then start on the stone, and then hopefully get this wood stove in there. Okay, so it's actually the next day here. Show you a little progress that was made on the back of this fireplace here. So kind of what we did is we put this metal angle iron on the side here. Have that just kind of cover up these edges, and we have that kind of going up here over, and that's just to match the other side of the window so everything's looking good. But we're gonna have that going all the way to the ceiling, and this stuff just takes a little bit longer than like I'd hope, just because on these corners you have to go in there and have to cut each little stone out for the corner and match that up nice so you don't look behind there and you see the paint behind there. So it's a little slow, just cutting every little stone out for the corner, but we're getting it done. And before the other guy gets here, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple other things that need to be done here. And then when he gets here, we're gonna go back on the stone and get as far as we can on this. We have enough stone probably to go up there, so we need a little bit more, which is okay. But that's progress so far. So back to work. Yeah, making more progress. See here, we didn't get quite to the top. That is because we ran out of stone, like I said we would. But we're not going to get more and go to the top. We're going to just go to the top of the window here and just stop it there. I think this is looking good. Showing how it is. So here's finally the last piece. Put this last piece in there. And done. So done with the stone. Next we'll come back and we're gonna just cut the metal off there and just put it along the tops there and finish that top up. And come to the wall there, do some paint there, little touch up stuff, and that should be done. So that is that there. And then come back and also do the grout on there, and we can put the stove on, put the pipe on, and that part will be done, and cross that off the list. So went ahead and got the grout on and got the sponge and cleaned all the stone off. This grout is pretty dry now. Put that black grout in there. That's looking good. So next thing that is left to do, we'll go to the wide angle here. Wide angle here is go to the garage. I'm gonna get the wood stove. So that can be out of the garage and make some more space in there. And set the stove in place and get one more thing done on the list. Yeah, here we go. The wood stove is in. Let's do the grand reveal and take the plastic off. Looking good. Now, next thing, just have to go to the store and get the stovepipe so I can get it connected to the ceiling. But you can kind of see what it looks like. Looking really great and one step closer to being finished. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's going to do it for the video this week. We got a whole bunch of stuff done. The electricians, they came in, finished up their work. The inspector came in. He inspected everything. We passed our final inspection, so that part is done. Excited about that. We got the tile on the both bathrooms and the showers. That is done, ready for grout. I went ahead and put the stone veneer behind the fireplace in the interior there, and even had a little bit of time to put the wood stove in there. But that's probably going to do it for now. It's a long week doing lots of little things. Next weekend, you can look forward to us coming in there and putting in the gutters and putting the stone countertops in, and probably a whole bunch of other little things to do. But that's going to be next week, and we'll just have to see how much stuff we get done. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching the videos and all your comments and support. And be sure to subscribe because we have a new video every single weekend. So I'll see you right back here next weekend on the job site. Thanks.